I've been watching some Teal Swan videos. So one of the videos on, I think it was one of the relationship dynamic videos, opened up an interesting consideration for me, which was that the things that we look for in a relationship are also the things that we tend to deny ourselves, because what we're looking for are the things that we have historically throughout our lives, for whatever reason, been denied. So it is a continuation of our patterns to not actually develop a relationship where we are allowing ourselves to receive these things that we desire, that we've been denying ourselves. So here's an example. This is my example, which is that when I was in a point of looking for a relationship in the past, I was looking for, one of the things that I wanted in a potential partner was someone who will look after me, someone that I don't have to look after, because I'm always looking after everyone else. I'm always looking after everything. I'm making sure that everything's taken care of. And you know what? I want someone to look after me for a change. However, in every relationship that I've been in, every time my partner tried to look after me, tried to make some kind of gesture of helping me out or being there for me, I would find some way to reject that attempt and reject their approach and deny access to that part of me, where it's almost like I feel like I need to always be independent and strong, and if someone else helps me in any way, then I am no longer independent or strong. It's a sign of weakness if I allow someone to help me. So that opened up a whole very interesting network of beliefs and self-definitions and thought patterns and emotional responses. And it's like, now that I'm at the point where I can see, holy moly, this is actually what I've been doing. I've actually been creating this scenario over and over and over again, where I am denying myself the thing that I truly desire. And so now that I see it, the next question is, okay, well, how do I start changing this pattern? And if I carry on with my example, I need to address the thought patterns, the beliefs, the self-definitions, the internal patterns that I am living and that are repeating, that enable and perpetuate this particular design within me. So that means I need to identify what are the specific thoughts and emotional experiences and self-definitions and things that I access around this particular topic. Once I've defined, identified, and done some investigation into those parts of myself, the next step, also what's important to say is that in understanding these designs better, and in understanding my response patterns, in understanding my thought patterns and my coping mechanisms and my self-definitions, I can see where my coding went wrong, where I have encoded faulty patterns that I don't actually want to be living. Where have I implemented belief patterns, belief systems, self-definition structures that are not actually helping me? So that understanding is a very important part. So, right, once everything's been identified and I'm in a process of understanding things better, the next step is to live the corrections. And this is probably the most difficult part, because it goes hand in hand with that identification process, because it involves actively stopping and redirecting the patterns when they come up, when they are engaged within me. So when I'm in a state where I think or feel, or it's not always necessarily a conscious thought, it's just kind of like this fuzzy feeling like, no, I need to just not let this happen here, because if I let it happen, it's a sign of weakness. I need to be strong. I need to be able to take care of myself. I need to be able to do all of this stuff by myself every day without anyone. It's kind of, without all those words involved, that's what it feels like. So I need to be able and willing to identify that particular feeling, and the specific thoughts that come up, and the specific whatever other feelings that might be triggered in moments where this pattern is activated. So in moments where someone offers to help me, and one of the most helpful things to do in moments, especially when you're dealing with changing a habitual pattern, is before saying anything, is to just pause for a moment, pause within myself, take a few deep breaths, slow right down, and check myself and see, okay, well, how am I responding right now? What's going on inside of me? Have any of my red flags gone up, of those specific thoughts that I've already identified as being part of this pattern and this design? Am I feeling that kind of weird resistance feeling within me? What's going on? If I can confirm for myself that yes, I am actually starting to access this pattern, then I can move forward with deliberate, careful, and slow steps. So if I need to, I can say to the person who's offering to help me, just give me a moment, please, and let me process this thing a little bit, and then I can get back to them and say, okay, now that I have looked at your offer, or you don't even have to say this to the other person, whatever. Now that I've looked at the offer, I've considered, do I actually want this help? If I let go of that resistance, if I look past the resistance, look past all of the stuff that's jumbling up inside of me, would it be helpful if this person helped? And the excuse of, oh no, it would take longer to teach them than to let them help, is not a valid excuse, right? Unless it's an emergency situation. So I, in those moments, remind myself, all right, if I need to teach someone how to do something, let me give myself and them the opportunity to go through that process, rather than shut them out, rather than continually deny them that opportunity, which for them would be an opportunity for growth. And for me would be an opportunity for growth. And yeah, that basically would be kind of the gist of it. I don't want this video to go on for too long. If you have any cool examples of you denying yourself the very thing that you so much desire, whether it's in relationships or in some other area of your life, then share it. I'd love to start a discussion on this. Or if you have any particular questions, if there's anything in this video that you didn't quite follow all the way, let me know and I'll try and explain it better. Right, thank you for watching. You're going to see me next time.